Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic, the environmental factors. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or you want to learn about environmental factors. So let's start, friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you. Also, you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. So, environmental factor. Friend, projects are carried out within an organization whose culture, style, and structure influence the way in which these projects are carried out. Project managers should be aware of this reality and adapt to the environmental factors of the organization where the project is developed. It's worth beginning with a caveat: the environmental factor of a project should not be confused with considerations of the environmental impact of an organization's activities, which are especially important in the case of public works or industrial activities that could result in chemical waste or other forms of pollution. While these assessments are limited to certain areas of activity and are highly regulated in most developed countries, environmental factors always exist in each and every project, from a small scale internal project to a macro project of hundreds of millions of dollars in budget. The notion of environmental factor in a project is much more general, referring to all circumstances surrounding the project during its execution. Thus, we can consider environmental factors as all the conditions that are beyond the direct control of the project team and that influence positively or negatively on the project. All these conditions must be considered in project management and vary significantly in type and nature depending on the organization. As a reference, the main environmental factors that can affect project management can be classified into three categories: organizational, human resources, and technological systems. Environmental factors inherent in the organization: shared vision, mission, values, beliefs, and expectations of the organization, culture, structure, and organizational governance, availability and geographical distribution of facilities, resources, infrastructure, and materials, industry or government standards that affect the organization, internal standards, policies, methods, and procedures. Human resource environmental factors are existing human resources, skills and knowledge, personal management, motivation systems and incentives, perception of leadership, hierarchy and authoritative relationships, organizational risk tolerance, project stakeholders and organizational stakeholders. The technological environmental factors are operational environments and company authorization systems, the formal and informal communication channels established in the organization, available databases, project management information systems. In addition, the environmental factors of a project can be classified as internal and external factors. While internal factors will be stable for each organization independent of the project, external factors are more susceptible to change and require superior analytical attention from the project manager. For example, the location of the project in a country where it has never been worked will expose itself to an unknown regulatory environment, generating many risks in terms of legal feasibility, the labor framework. It is essential that each organization knows which of the internal factors act as limiting conditions and which are the drivers of the project. It is appropriate that this analysis be shared. In project management, it is possible to influence those factors that are closer and more directly related to management, such as resources or project management information systems, but it will be more difficult to affect the more general cultural and environmental factors or external to the organization. For example, although it may seem that organizational culture is a flexible factor and can be easily shaped, it is necessary to always consider the inertia produced by resistance to change and how such culture is not an abstract idea but is part of the daily practices of all members of the organization. Changing environmental culture factors that are more detrimental to effective project management can be a much longer or more expensive decision than to just support each such management with new information systems. In turn, the adoption of new information systems can serve as a catalyst from which to modify the behavioral aspect of human factors influencing the corporate culture from its base. In all cases, the project manager must be aware of these factors and act accordingly, including the project risk to detrimental environmental factors over which the project manager cannot exercise any control, and communicating to all his team the importance of being alert about signals indicating the emergence of the risk or the change in environmental circumstances. Managers must recognize and respond to all the factors that can influence their organizations. Navigating through the modern chaotic work environments is like trying to drive a small boat to shore during a hurricane. Just like this small boat, the modern organizations and their managers are faced with a significant amount of factors that require immediate response. The forces that drive this change in the business are known as internal and external factors. The internal factors, internal environment of an organization refers to events, factors, people, system, structures and conditions inside an organization that are generally under the direct control of the company. Corporate mission, corporate culture and leadership style are factors that are typically associated with an organization's internal environment. As such, it is the internal environment that will influence the organizational activities, decisions, behaviors and attitudes of employees. Changes in leadership style in the corporate mission or in culture can have an important impact on the organization. Internal environmental factors, the staff, employees are important part of the internal environment of an organization. Managers must be able to manage low level employees and at the same time supervise the other factors of the internal environment. Indeed, even everyone is capable and talented, politics and internal conflicts can destroy a good organization from within. Internal environmental factors, the budget. In business, even the lack of money can determine the survival or not of a company. When cash resources are too limited, that can affect the number of people you can hire, the quality of equipment and the type and amount of advertising you can buy. Internal environmental factor, corporate culture. The internal corporate culture consists of the values, attributes and priorities the employees live every day. The external environment. The external environment is composed by factors that occur outside the organization but which can cause internal changes and are for the most part beyond the company's control. Customers, competition, economy, technology, political and social conditions and resources are common external factors that influence the organization. Even if the external environment occurs outside an organization, it can have a significant influence on its current operations, growth and long-term sustainability. Ignoring external forces can be a damaging mistake for managers. As such, it is necessary that managers continue to monitor and adapt to the external environment. So friend, thank you. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video. Thank you, friends.